So news broke yesterday that Carrie Underwood is going to be singing at Trump's inauguration. And of course, the question now is this going to ruin her career? Let's get into it. Welcome to my channel, Outspoken Samantha. I appreciate you being here, whether this is the first time you've clicked on one of my videos or you are a returning supporter. Do me a couple favors, hit the thumbs up button, and also help me to grow this channel and hit that subscribe button now. And turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on a conversation like the one we're about to have. So the internet was set on fire yesterday, and it has nothing to do with the Palisades or the Hollywood Hills. Too soon? But it came with the news that Carrie Underwood is going to be singing at Trump's inauguration. Now, this really shouldn't be surprising to most people because I think most of us could deduce, based on who Carrie Underwood is as a person, based on a lot of the things that she gears her music towards, which is a lot of religious music, based on some of the things that she has said over the years and things that she seems to represent, comes as no surprise that she probably would lean more toward the conservative side of the aisle. Now, of course, we know that it can be risky in a lot of ways for people to agree to associate themselves with the big bad orange man. But the question of the day, of course, is this going to have an impact on Carrie Underwood's career, even if she was secretly supporting Trump now that she has openly chosen to do so? Is this going to have a negative impact? And I personally don't think so. I think it's relatively delusional to think that it will. I appreciate her being willing to stand up and express her views and her values in this way, because as we can see, Democrat women and leftist women are able to do that without fear of backlash. So why would we not allow Carrie to do the same? As we saw, Kamala Harris's campaign largely relied on celebrity women supporting her. In fact, it probably would have gotten about a tenth of the attention that it did if she wasn't constantly bringing in celebrities, and come to find out that she actually paid them, which is very interesting because you would think that if they supported her that they would have been donating to her campaign. And as it turns out, she actually had to pay them to be there. But that's a whole other story. You've got Carrie Underwood, who is choosing to stand up and to support the incoming president. And it seems like she actually feels honored to have been asked. So let's go through this article as this announcement was made yesterday. It says Carrie Underwood is set to perform America the Beautiful at Donald Trump's presidential inauguration next week. On Monday, reporter Matthew Foldy tweeted a leaked copy of the program from the forthcoming event on X, which showed the former American Idol winner listed to perform alongside the Armed Forces Chorus and the United States Naval Academy Glee Club. In a statement to Page 6, Underwood said, "I love our country and am honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event. I'm humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." The Before He Cheats songstress 41 has shied away from publicly becoming involved in politics. However, in 2008, Underwood said she did not agree with celebrities endorsing a presidential candidate. I completely agree with this take because it's not that celebrities cannot have an opinion about who they vote for, or they cannot publicly express that. Everybody has the right to do so. But it seems like, particularly when it comes to these celebrities who endorse Democrat candidates, that they're very forceful about their opinions. And essentially, they tell the rest of us that don't align with their political beliefs or don't support their candidate that we are misinformed and that we are stupid and that it's impossible, since we're not supporting their person, that we could be making informed decisions. And what I appreciate about this last election is that a lot of people seem to have been turned off by celebrities endorsing presidential candidates, and they no longer have the power and the influence that they once did, especially with all of the things that we keep learning about how depraved about 98% of the people in this industry are. It goes on to say, "There is someone I do support, but I don't support publicly," she said per Fox News. "I lose all respect for celebrities when they back a candidate. It's saying that the American public isn't smart enough to make their own decisions." Men. In 2019, the 8-time Grammy winner explained why she wasn't too vocal about politics. "Try to stay far out of politics if possible, at least in public, because nobody wins," she told The Guardian. "It's crazy. Everybody tries to sum everything up and put a bow on it like it's black and white, and it's not like that." And again, I appreciate these comments because that really is what it comes down to. And unfortunately, what we saw in the last election is that we had one presidential candidate who did try to make it black and white, both racially and politically, by getting people to try and vote on a single issue. America is based on so many different things, and I appreciate that she tries to stay neutral. I love her not because I believe she probably did vote for Trump, but because she tries to be respectful of other people's opinions, and she has largely not made her talent and her career about politics, and she hasn't trying to gain approval because of what she believes or trying to force other people to think the way that she does. And by doing so, she actually does embody the true definition of diversity and inclusivity by having her own opinions, but understanding that her wide, diverse fan base is not going to share those beliefs, and that if she tries to start shoving those things down people's throats, she is going to alienate half the people or a good majority of the people who might not support those things. I also admire that she has not done things like try to tell people not to listen to her music who don't agree with her, like Katy Perry and Pink have done, or try to tell people that if they don't think the way that she does, that they are stupid or not worth listening to, as so many other celebrities have implied. So all in all, she is the appropriate person to be singing at a presidential inauguration. We try to steer away from wokeness and division. I know you guys are going to be really shocked to discover that liberals were not happy about this and felt that this woman should be canceled. So we're going to get into a couple of those reactions and then what Carrie's reaction to the backlash has been.
Carrie Underwood, what happened to putting Louisville sluggers into the headlights of men who cheat? What happened to that? Oh, we can just sing at their inaugurations now? That's just cool, fun, and fret. Woo, what happened to carving your name into his leather seats? Doesn't apply anymore, I guess.
So it's no shock to anybody that we would have a liberal woman calling for violence. But if you want to criticize people for cheating, let's talk about Kamala Harris, who got her career start by dating a married man and whose husband impregnated their kid's nanny and also beat up his girlfriend. So as we can see, per liberal logic, things that they claim to care about only really apply to Trump and never to anybody else. Haven't noticed I do tend to have some books on the back shelf here, and I have this one by Maureen Callahan that is called The Kennedys and the Women They Destroyed. And as we know, the Kennedy name is synonymous with Democrat politics up until about 5 minutes ago, when even RFK Jr. decided that you guys had gone too far off a cliff, even for him, and would rather align himself with a convicted felon than risk being associated with such insanity. It's just ironic when we hear people make these statements, but let's look at one more. So this is a response from a liberal beta male who I'm sure if any of us passed on the street, just by looking at him, we would be able to tell exactly by the lack of soul and compassion in his eyes who he voted for.
Music star Carrie Underwood just announced that she will be performing at Donald Trump's second inauguration next week and will be performing the song America the Beautiful. So this is definitely one of the biggest stars that Donald Trump has ever attracted to one of his political events. If you remember back in 2017, he struggled to attract any high-profile guests, but Carrie Underwood is now bending the knee, I guess. And the fact that she's performing a song called America the Beautiful while celebrating a man who tried to overturn the last election, who incited an insurrection, and who was arrested for stealing classified documents from the government is the most Orwellian thing I could think of. By the way, her agents at CAA have refused to comment on the news that one of their star clients will be performing at a convicted felon's inauguration, which speaks for itself.
So I do think it's absolutely hilarious to think that it's some kind of negative mark these days to not attract the endorsements or support of celebrities. The people that tend to be 9 times out of 10, the most disconnected from reality. And in this case, largely contributed to the downfall of Kamala Harris's campaign because people don't want to hear from them anymore. But I love that if Donald Trump is going to attract a celebrity to his inauguration, it is somebody that represents more traditional conservative values, somebody that represents women and demonstrates what it is that we can and should be, that we can have it all. Someone that doesn't embrace the feminist lie that we have to choose between having a baby or being successful, that we don't have to choose between motherhood or following our dreams. We don't have to choose between a man or independence. That women can be happy without attacking the patriarchy or minimizing men as this guy clearly has been subjected to. And again, if Trump is going to attract a celebrity, I'm glad that it's not somebody who is on P. Diddy's list. I do find it amusing that this guy is up in arms over Trump supposedly trying to overturn an election as some kind of threat to democracy, while they try to push a candidate on us that they themselves did not even vote for. It's just astonishing to me how all of these Democrats consistently talk about female empowerment and supporting women and speaking up for women, but the second a woman has an opinion that they did not allow her to have and that they did not give her, that she deserves to be canceled. Don't worry, guys. Carrie Underwood has heard your concerns and she is well aware of your protests, and she doesn't care. That's why Carrie Underwood doesn't care about Trump inauguration backlash. It says Carrie Underwood doesn't care about any backlash she may face for performing at Donald Trump's presidential inauguration, according to sources who say the singer is very proud of the chance to have this experience during her career. Fans were immediately divided when the news broke this week, with some praising the artist while others condemned her move. Now, insiders have exclusively revealed to DailyMail.com that the star is looking broader than any controversies because she's doing the performance for America, not specifically for Trump. This is going to be a big year for Carrie, who is embarking on being a judge for American Idol and now performing at the inauguration, the source explained. Opening up about the singer's reaction to the backlash, the insider continued, she understands the backlash, but she doesn't care. She does her music for everyone, and she also knows many of her fans will be watching the inauguration, so this was a no-brainer, as she feels there is more good that will come from it besides those that will bash her for what it looks like supporting Trump. And that's a significantly different message than what we get from these celebrities who go out and endorse their leftist political candidates, because they get up there and say that they are not doing it for Trump supporters, that they are not doing it for MAGA, that they are not doing it for anybody that doesn't support their agenda. So it is refreshing to have somebody get up there and say that this is not about who I support as a political candidate. This is about who we are as a country, which is a diverse country, which is an already inclusive country. She knows that her fan base is diverse, and she also understands that not everybody is going to agree with her choice to do this, and she is perfectly fine with that. For all of you that are hoping that this is the end of Carrie Underwood's career because she has a different political opinion than you, I hate to disappoint you once again, because I know that your life has been nothing but disappointment, particularly over the last couple months. But this is just one more situation where you are not going to get your way. I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this in the comments below. Please, again, be sure to hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed. Keep it real, guys, and I will see you in the next one.